So thickness in design of counterforts, thickness provided at the top is 220 plus 220 is equal to 440 mm. Okay, so we know the thickness of the stem. Okay, the thickness of the stem is constant from the base to the top, that is 220 mm. We already fixed this value. Okay, we already know the thickness of stem is 220 mm. We are choosing the same value. Okay, so we are choosing the same value 220 mm as the thickness at the top of the counterfoot. Okay, so therefore total thickness is 220 plus 220, that is equal to 440 mm. Okay, so you can see in this figure. Okay, in this figure you can see thickness of the stem is 220 mm. Okay, we already fixed this value. So by we are choosing this same value, okay, 220 as a thickness at the top of the counterfoot also. So therefore total thickness is 440 mm. Okay, so thickness of counterfoot is 440. Maximum working moment in the counterfort is, so we have formula for that, Ka into WH cube by 6 into L. Okay, Ka we know 1 minus sin phi divided by 1 plus sin phi. By using that we calculate. Okay, so we're getting Ka as 1 by 3 into W is density of soil. So 16 into 6.75. So H is 6.75. So 16 into 6.75 cube divided by 6 into L. L is the spacing of the counterfort, center to center distance, so 3 meter. So 1 by 3 into 16 into 6.75 cube divided by 6 into 3, we are getting 820.12 kilonewton meter. That's the maximum working moment in counterfort. Okay, factored moment is 1.5 into 820.12. We are getting 1230 kilonewton meter. Therefore, okay, after calculating moment, we can calculate the area of steel reinforcement. We know the formula. Okay, mu is equal to 0.87 Fi STD. So by using that formula, we can calculate the area of steel reinforcement. So in this case, we are choosing a 4400 mm as the effective depth. Okay, the total height of the retaining wall is 6 point, that is total height of the stem. Okay, 6.75 meter. Okay, without considering the thickness of base club, without considering that height. Okay, 0.45 meter. So the remaining height, okay, for that only we are providing the counterfort. Okay, so that is 6.75 meter. From that we are choosing 4400 mm, that is 4.4 meter as the effective depth. Okay, so for that we are calculating, we are getting AST as 800 mm square. Okay, so but minimum reinforcement, okay, as per IS 456 2000 is given as, okay, AST is equal to 0.85 BD by FY. Okay, there is a formula. So in this formula we are calculating the minimum reinforcement 3965 mm square. Okay, so this is a minimum reinforcement, but we are getting AST as 800 mm square. Okay, so we are omitting this and we are choosing this minimum reinforcement. Okay, and we are providing 5 mm dia bars of 32 mm dia. 5 bars of 32 mm dia. We are providing 5 bars of 32 mm dia. So for this, the area AST is 4020 mm square, which is more than this 3965 ends. Okay, so we are providing 5 bars in counterforts. Okay, for reinforcement purpose, we are providing 5 bars of 32 mm dia in counterforts. So next step is curtailment of bars. We have to provide a, we have to do the curtailment works in counterforts. Okay, so for that, the calculation. So we are choosing the height. Let H1 is equal to depth at which 1 bar can be curtailed. Okay, there are totally 5 bars we are providing. Here we are providing the curtailment for 1 bar. Okay, at which height that 1 bar have to do curtailment. Okay, so let H1 is equal to depth at which 1 bar can be curtailed. Okay, there's a formula that is 5 minus 1 divided by 5. 5 is the number of bars. Okay, so we are providing 5 bars. So 5 minus 1. So 1 bar only we have to do the doing the curtailment. So 5 minus 1 divided by 5 is equal to H1 square. Okay, H1 square divided by 6.75 square. 6.75 is the height of the stem. Okay, height of the stem, that is above the from above the base slab. Okay, so h1 square, here the square will come. H1 square divided by 6.75 square is equal to 5 minus 1 divided by 5. Okay, so after simplification, this the h1 we get the h1 as 6 meter from top. Okay, so from top, okay, from a 6 meter distance from top, we have to do curtailment for 1 bar. Okay, out of 5 bars. Okay, at 6 meter height from top, okay, we have to do curtailment for only 1 bar. Okay, next, at let h2. Okay, h2 is the depth at which 2 bars are curtailed. Okay, so two number of bars we are doing curtailing. Okay, at which height we are doing. Okay, we are calculating that height. Okay, so the formula is 5 minus 2. Total bar is 5. So 5 minus 2 bars only we are providing a curtailment. So 5 minus 2 divided by 5, that is equal to h2 square divided by 6.75 square. Here we are getting h2 as 5.2 meter from the top. Okay, so in this diagram you can understand. You can see here. So at 6 meter height, okay, from top only we are doing the curtailment. Okay, at 6 meter height, we are doing only curtailment for only 1 bar. Okay, at this portion, the curtailment is for only 1 bar. Okay, similarly, the next at 5.2 meter height from the top, okay, at this portion, okay, uh, we are doing the curtailment for 2 bars. Okay, Kadir Vishwanath. Next, let H3. Okay, that is depth at which 3 bars are curtailed. So 5 minus 3 divided by 5 is equal to H3 square divided by 6.75 square. So H3 is 4.2 meter from the top. So at top, from top 4.2 meter distance, we are providing curtailment for 3 number of bars. Okay, so we are providing 5 bars. Okay, so at 6 meter from top, the curtailment is done for only 1 bar. At 5.2 meter from top, the curtailment is done for 2 bars. Okay, at 4.2 meter from top, the curtailment is done for 3 bars. Okay, so the remaining 2 bars are taken right up to the top. Okay, so the remaining 2 bars are not done the curtailment for that 2 bars. So next step is connection between the counterfort and upright slab. Okay. So after designing the counterforts and the curtailment of counterforts, okay, the next step is connection between counterfort and upright slab, and we are also having connection between counterfort and yield slab. Okay. Upright slab is nothing but a stem only. Okay. Connection between counterfort and stem, and connection between counterfort and yield slab. Okay. That's all. Only 2 steps is remaining. So considering the bottom 1 meter height of a stem slab or upright slab, pressure on this strip is 36 kilonewton meter square. Okay, we know this value. Already we calculated this. Okay, the pressure on the stem portion is 36 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, so we calculated this value in the second step. Also, yeah. So in second step, we calculated here the pressure intensity on the stem is 36 kilonewton per meter square. We are using this value only. Okay. So pressure on this strip is 36 kilonewton per meter square. Therefore, total working load pressure transferred to the counterfoot for 1 meter height is, okay, 36 into 3 minus 0.44. Okay, the total working load pressure from the stem transferred to the counterfoot for 1 meter height, that is 36 into 3 minus 0.44. Okay, 3 is nothing but the center, so center distance of the counterfoot. Okay, so 3 minus 0.44. So 0.44 is the thickness of the counterfoot. Okay, so counterfoot thickness is 220 mm. Okay, so center to center distance means 0.22 from one counterfoot and another 0.22 from the another counterfoot. Okay, so 3 minus 0.44. You can see in the diagram here. So 36 kilonewton per meter square is the pressure acting from the stem portion. 36 into 3 minus, okay, so for this portion only the pressure acting, so 3 minus 0.2 to 440 is the thickness of the counter foot. Okay, so out of 440, uh, Niveta, Niveta, so out of this 440, we are taking the off of the width. Okay, so 440 divided by 220, 220 divided by 220. Okay, so here also 220 will gone. Here also 220 will gone. Okay, so totally 440 that is 0.44 meter. So 36 into 3 minus 0.44. Okay, so we're getting the total working load pressure to the counter foot is 91.8 kilonewton. So therefore, factored force is 1.5 into 91.8. So that is 138 kilonewton. So for this, the reinforcement required for 1 meter width is, okay, 138 into 10 power 3 divided by 0.87 Fi. Okay, we have a formula for calculating the reinforcement. So by using that formula, we are calculating the reinforcement requirement. So that is 382 mm square. Okay, 138 kilonewton. We are substituting in Newton. 138 into 10 power 3 divided by 0.87 Fi. So 0.87 into Fi value is 415. So 382 mm square. Minimum reinforcement is 0.12% of BD. So 0.0012 into 10 power 3 into 440. We are getting 528 mm square. Okay. So therefore, spacing of 10 mm dia bars. Okay. So 10 mm dia bus for 10 mm dia bus, the area is 78.5. Okay, pi into 10 square by 4. If you put this in, means you'll get the value of 78.5. So 78.5 into 1000, okay, divided by 528, you're getting the spacing is 148.6 mm. So this amount of reinforcement is provided as a two-legged horizontal lines of 10 mm dia at 280 mm center to center. Okay. So the connection between counterfort and upright slab is this. Next, the connection between counterfort and heel slab. Okay. So in heel also we already calculated the pressure. Okay, net pressure that is 73.8 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, we already calculated this value. Here, the net pressure, downward pressure is 73.8 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, so we are using this pressure. So working tension transferred in 1 meter width of counterfoot near the heel end. Okay, 73.8 into 3 minus 0.44. Same like this. Okay, so 73.8 into 3 minus 0.4 into that's gives 189 kilonewton. So factor tension 189 into 1.5, we are getting 283.5 kilonewton. So reinforcement required for 1 meter width is 283.5 into 10 power 3 divided by 0.8 Fi. We are getting 785 mm square per meter. Okay, so the spacing of 10 mm dia 2-legged stirrups. Okay, 2 into 78.5 into 1000 divided by 785. Okay, we are using this area 785, that gives 200 mm. Okay, in this case, the reinforcement required per meter height is 382 mm square, but minimum reinforcement area is 528. Okay, which is less than the 382 is less than 528, so that we are using 528 for calculating the spacing of 10 mm dia bars. But in this case, connection between counterfoot and heel slab, we are getting the reinforcement requirement is 785 mm square, which is more than minimum reinforcement. So straightly we are using this uh, value 785. Okay, and we are calculating the spacing of 10 mm dia bars. That is 200 mm. Okay, so therefore provide 10 mm dia bars to two-legged links at 200 mm center to center. Okay, so totally we are having 9 steps. Okay, first step is dimensions of retaining wall. Second one, design of stem. Third one is stability calculation. Fourth one, design of toe slab. Fifth one, design of heel slab. After that, we are designing counterfoot. Sixth one, counterforts. then curtailment of counterforts, then connection between counterfort and upright slab. Upright slab is nothing but stem only. Last one is connection between counterfort and yield slab. Okay, we didn't go for shear key and all in this. Okay, totally 9 steps only in this design. So next is reinforcement detail diagram. Okay, so this diagram is the sectional elevation midway between the supports. Okay, this is a sectional view. Okay, which has the reinforcement details in a stem and in a base slab. Okay, those details only having in this diagram. Okay, the reinforcement details in stem and in base slab. This is sectional elevation at counterfort. Okay, so in this we are having the reinforcement details in counterfort and in stem. Okay, and sectional reinforcements on top. Okay, and one more reinforcement diagram, that is sectional plan at base of counterforts. Okay, so plan view of the counterforts, and we are having the reinforcement details of that. Do you have any doubts?